Hello and welcome back. And in this video, we're going to be looking at another way of solving the same problem, removing k digits. And this time, we're going to look at how we can solve this problem without using stacks. Okay. So once again, the problem is we've been given a number represented as a string, and we need to remove k digits from that number so the new number is smallest possible, right? So, for example, if you have 1432219 and k is equal to 3, we know that if we remove 4, 2, and 3, 4, 3, and 2, we're going to be left with 1, 2, 1, 9. In the last video, we saw the technique of basically looking at a number, and if it's sorted already, that means that we can simply remove the last digit, and then that's going to be our smallest possible number. But if the result is not sorted, that means we just compare the previous index and the current index using stack to see if we need to basically remove that particular number or retain that number in our final result. Okay, so we're going to employ the same technique here. So the fundamental algorithm stays same, but the implementation changes a bit. So I would actually recommend, with that same idea in mind, pause the video here and try to come up with a solution that uses maybe a couple of loops to solve the same problem without using stacks. Okay, and just to give you a hint, you can use forward index comparison technique, basically like, comparing the value at current index and forward index and see if that actually helps. Okay, so pause the video here, take a first stab at it, and then come back to see what we've got here for you. All right, so hope that went well. Let's take a look at what we've got for you here. So what we're going to do is we are simply going to go and let me clear this up. We're going to say remove k. It's going to take string. Okay. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to convert our string into an array. All right. Once we've done that, we're going to for loop. And what we're going to do is we're going to for loop 0 till less than k. So for every value of k, we're going to iterate over. So for example, if you look at this case, k is equal to 1. So we're going to loop over this number once. And we're going to say compare 1 to 2. Okay, is 1 smaller than 2? No. 2 is smaller than 3? No. 3 smaller than 4? No. 4 smaller than 5? No. So the whole string passes that check. So we are good. So what we can do is we can simply first put that check in place. So we're going to say while I is greater than num, I is less than num array dot count minus 1, right? And char to int, and basically simply say num array at I is less than equal to char to int num array at I plus 1 index, right? So if these two, if the current is less than the next one, we are simply going to say I plus equal to 1, right? So increment the loop. So just continue moving forward. If this loop breaks for some reason and reaches the end, what we want to do is we want to take the num array and we want to remove item at the current value of I. What that's going to do for the sorted values is basically it's going to remove the last element, 5, and then we are done. For this case, it's going to remove 1 from here because loop is going to break because this condition is not going to be satisfied because 1 is greater than 0, so this condition is going to fail, and we're going to remove 1 from here, and then k's value becomes 0, or basically k, one loop is reached, so that becomes our final number. Okay, once we get our final number, we simply check first if numArray dot count, right, is less than equal to 0, right? So if it's less than or equal to 0, then we simply return 0 as a string. Otherwise, we're going to return our number, right? So the way we can actually sort of cast our number, let's take a look at another technique that we're going to use to basically cast our number into an array. We're going to simply create two variables, I and j, and we're going to while loop over our num array. Okay, for case of I, we're going to say I dot number array at ith index dot prefix, right? If it starts, the first prefix is equal to 0, correct? So we're just comparing if it's equal to 0, then skip. So I plus equal 1, j plus equal 1. Okay, so iterate over until the prefix is 0. So it's gonna continue to loop over until, like, this prefix says 0. So let's say 0, 0, 200, 1 is removed, 0 is gonna be there. So it's gonna continue increment value of I and j, and then it's gonna basically find another 0. So it's gonna increment again. And what we can do here is we can basically create our string from these new index ranges. So array, and we're going to simply say, give me the value for I to the range less than numArray dot count. Okay, so this is going to give us number character has no prefix. Okay, so we should actually be we don't have to actually do a prefix. Sorry, we can simply do this, right? Okay, so there we go. We have our number that's actually being returned to us without leading zeros. Okay, so that's how you can actually convert and remove like leading zeros from a string. So yeah, so this is your solution of removing k digits from the number that's been given to you, and so you can actually give back the smallest possible number from that combination. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks again for watching.